What the New England Patriots pulled off during the most recent NFL draft wasn't just smart. It was a masterclass in how to navigate the modern league landscape. While some teams stay reactive, the Patriots are proving that they operate with long-term strategy, calculated risk, and a front office that sees the bigger picture before anyone else. And if you're a fan of football, no matter your team, what the Patriots are doing right now is worth paying attention to. So settle in because there's a lot to unpack. Let's get something out of the way first. Draft day isn't just about selecting names on a board. It's about reading the room, reading the board, knowing what the other 31 franchises might be thinking and moving accordingly. And the Patriots, for all the criticism they've received in recent years, reminded everyone that when it comes to draft strategy, they're still one of the sharpest operations in the game. This time around, they went from 9 picks to 11, technically even 12 if you dig into the details. And the way they did it speaks volumes. The first major move came in the 3rd round. The Patriots approached a rival team with a clear offer. It wasn't about moving up to grab a flashy name. No, it was about positioning, letting the other team take a certain pick while the Patriots held on to key capital. It was a calm, composed, and deliberate decision, and it allowed them to maintain flexibility throughout the rest of the event. The ripple effect of that move? They ended up with the opportunity to draft a standout talent from LSU, a player with upside hunger and a chip on his shoulder. Exactly the kind of profile this franchise tends to mold into gold. Then came another trade just a few picks later. This time, they moved down slightly in the order, but walked away with a future 4th-round selection. That's the kind of foresight that defines good front offices. Think about it. They didn't lose a thing. They still managed to grab arguably the best center in the entire draft class out of Georgia, and at the same time, they stacked capital for next year. That center is no backup either. He's got starter written all over him, and there's a legitimate chance he lines up with the first team from day one. That's no exaggeration. And while we're on the topic of this center, let's be clear, this is a position the Patriots absolutely had to solidify. The loss of a key veteran in recent seasons left a hole that's been hard to fill. But now, with this new addition, there's reason to believe the position will regain its former stability. He's not just a plug-in, he's potentially a long-term fixture on that offensive line. And if he reaches his ceiling, watch out. Beyond the line, though, there was another wave of moves that quietly shaped the identity of this draft class. At one point, the Patriots opted to trade away a pick, only to replace it moments later with a more favorable one from a different team. That resulted in them selecting a defensive tackle who had been firmly on their radar. We're talking about a guy from a high-caliber program, someone with the tools to rotate in early and eventually take over a starting role. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just luck. The staff had clearly done their homework, and they knew exactly where he might fall. They waited, stayed patient, and struck when the time was right. Now, let's talk about special teams because, yes, even that part of the game got a boost. In one of the more talked about picks, they grabbed a kicker from one of the premier programs in the nation. Say what you want about using draft picks on kickers, but this wasn't a throwaway selection. This was a calculated move. The expectation is that this rookie takes over immediately, giving the team a reliable leg in close games. That's a huge asset, especially in tight divisional matchups. There was another moment late in the draft that raised eyebrows. The Patriots accepted an offer from a team looking to move up, and in exchange, New England dropped back a few spots and picked up yet another additional selection. That pick was used on a player dubbed Mr. Irrelevant, a title that doesn't carry much weight in the Patriots building. Because if history tells us anything, this team knows how to extract value from players others overlook. Alongside him, they added another intriguing name. Someone who, if developed correctly, could turn into a rotational piece sooner than people expect. But the biggest takeaway from all of this? It's the strategy, the patience, the calculated risks. New England didn't panic. They didn't chase names. They trusted their board. They trusted their evaluations. And they came away with a class that, while not flashy, feels foundational. It feels like the kind of group that grows together, builds chemistry, and contributes meaningfully in key moments. That's how good teams are built, and say what you will about recent years. This draft feels like a return to form. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the quarterback situation. There's been chatter about a new name linked to the team, and naturally fans are buzzing. If this rookie gets the call and struggles early, there'll be questions about previous personnel decisions. That's fair. But what we're seeing now is the benefit of a front office working in sync. There's a sense of alignment, a sense that every department, from scouting to coaching, is pulling in the same direction. And when that happens, good things usually follow. It's also worth noting the arrival of a new head coach, a name with experience and a clear vision. He hasn't been shy about his intentions. He believes in this group. He said from days one that this is a team on the rise, and he plans to prove the doubters wrong. That's not just locker room talk either. The moves being made support that narrative. They've upgraded the trenches on both sides of the ball, they've added depth where it matters, and they've brought in leadership where it's needed. There's a quiet confidence growing around this team. You can sense it. The goal isn't just to improve, it's to contend. Now, does that mean they're making a deep playoff run this year? Not necessarily. But if we're being honest, a wild card spot is absolutely on the table. And that alone should energize the fan base. The AFC is no joke. It's deep, competitive, and stacked with elite quarterbacks. But the Patriots don't need to be the best team in the conference right away. They just need to get in. Because once you're in, anything can happen. We've seen it before. A team sneaks into the postseason, gets hot at the right time, and suddenly they're knocking on the door of the Super Bowl. It's not far-fetched, especially not with the way this team is trending. They've got the right mix of youth and experience. They've got a front office that isn't afraid to make moves. And they've got a coaching staff that believes in development. And for those of you watching closely, yes, you heard it here first. There's a path. I've said for months now that this team could resemble what we saw from another breakout franchise not long ago. They had a solid draft, hit on their quarterback, and made a surprising postseason run. I'm not saying history will repeat itself, but I'm saying the blueprint is there, and the Patriots are following it step by step. Now, let's not forget, this team still plays in a tough division. But let me go on record right now. I believe they finish ahead of two other teams in their division this year. They'll fall just behind the top dog, sure, but second place with a wild card bid, that's not just possible, it's likely. And if that ends up happening, well, remember where you heard it first. Even some other analysts have started echoing that thought. But let's be clear, this isn't some bandwagon opinion. This isn't recycled takes. This is coming straight from watching the tape, reading the moves, and feeling the shift in energy around this organization. There's something brewing here, and I respect anyone who's willing to see it early. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more fun detail we've got to touch on: jersey numbers. Yeah, I know, it seems like a small thing, but for fans, it matters. It's part of the culture. New rookies are already being assigned their numbers, and some of the choices are getting attention. There's something special about seeing that new number pop up on the screen and imagining the moments that could come with it. Some players made bold choices. Some picked numbers with meaning. And honestly, some of these new combinations just look clean. If you're thinking about repping one of those fresh jerseys this season, I get it. I'd wear one with pride too. Look, the draft is done, the moves are made, and now it's all about what comes next. The Patriots are laying a foundation. They're building something piece by piece with intent. And for the first time in a while, it feels like they're heading in the right direction. Don't sleep on this team. Don't underestimate the power of a franchise with something to prove. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, star running back Nick Chubb has officially traded his Cleveland Browns jersey for the iconic New England Patriots colors. The move, which marks a new chapter in Chubb's illustrious career, brings not only a seasoned, hard-hitting running back to Foxborough, but also injects an additional layer of power into an offense that's been gradually rebuilding since Tom Brady's departure. Chubb, one of the most dominant and reliable running backs of the past few seasons, had been a cornerstone of the Browns' offense, known for his bruising style and ability to churn out tough yards. Over the years, he has developed a reputation for his consistency, physicality, and vision on the field. In 2024, Chubb rushed for over 1,200 yards despite a rocky season for Cleveland, further cementing his status as one of the league's top-tier running backs. His balance of speed, strength, and elusiveness makes him a dual threat in both the rushing and passing game. New England's decision to acquire Chubb comes at a crucial point in their offensive evolution. With the departure of veteran quarterback Mac Jones and the reshaping of their receiving core, the Patriots have turned to their ground game to establish a more balanced and effective offense. Adding Chubb to the mix gives the Patriots an established feature back who can carry the load and dominate in short yardage situations, while also providing a consistent playmaker in the backfield. For the Patriots, this acquisition aligns with their strategy of improving their offensive line and running game, especially in an era where a strong physical running back can control the clock and dictate tempo. Bill Belichick, known for his ability to adapt his schemes to his players' strengths, is expected to build a system around Chubb's unique skill set. With a defense that has been solid over the years, the addition of Chubb offers the Patriots a chance to be more competitive in an AFC East that is rapidly evolving. Chubb's arrival in New England also sets the stage for a dynamic 1-2 punch in the backfield. Alongside Stevenson, who has been steadily improving, Chubb provides a veteran presence with years of experience and a proven track record of success. Together, they form a formidable duo, capable of wearing down defenses and complementing the passing attack. While the move has been met with enthusiasm from Patriots fans and analysts alike, it raises questions about how Chubb's skills will mesh with the Patriots system. The team's offensive line, which has been a source of inconsistency in recent seasons, will need to elevate its performance to maximize Chubb's potential. Nevertheless, given his track record of making the most out of limited opportunities, there's optimism that he will adapt quickly and continue to thrive in his new home. For Chubb, this trade represents an exciting new challenge in his career. Leaving behind the familiarity of Cleveland and joining one of the most successful franchises in NFL history is a huge transition, but it's one that could lead to even greater individual and team success. With the Patriots hungry for a return to prominence, Chubb's arrival is a key piece in their pursuit of an elusive championship. As the 2025 season approaches, all eyes will be on Nick Chubb as he begins his new chapter with the Patriots, eager to prove that his best football is still ahead of him. Whether he's plowing through defenders or breaking off big runs, one thing is certain: Chubb is ready to bring the power back to the Patriots offense. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.